Hello, I am Dr. Dhananjay Chauhan, dermatologist and hair transplant surgeon, Clear Skin and HairMD Pune. Dear friends, lots of people ask, can we use beard hair for hair transplant? The answer is yes, why not? There are very few hairs which are left on scalp which can be used for hair transplant, especially in grade 7, grade 6, grade 5 hair transplant. Limited number of donor is available on the scalp. For hair transplantation, we take hair from a permanent zone. What do you mean by permanent zone? The hairs which are resistant to action of dihydrotestosterone, that is DHT, or those hairs which are non-hormonal dependent, or those hairs which usually do not become bald, those hairs we take. Which are those hairs? The hairs which are on the back of the scalp, to the certain extent side of the scalp. These are the hairs which we use for hair transplantation. Then which are the other body part? Because very limited amount of hair are remaining there if a patient becomes bald or they are in permanent zone, those hairs. Those amount, suppose I will give you calculation. Usually, commonly we can see around 1 lakh to 1 lakh 25,000 hair they are present on the scalp, and around 75 to 90,000 hair they are at the risk of getting bald. So only 25,000 hair are remaining, that means hair they are remaining on the back of the scalp. Usually for Indian or Asiatic patient, around per follicle 2 hairs it is the average. So around, suppose if we say that 25,000 hair they are thought to be in permanent zone, then hardly 12,000 follicular units are there. And not to look bald on back also, maximum around 6,000 graft we can take, follicular unit we can take it from scalp. So you have to make the sense that around 75,000 hair, just you have to mimic that look in 6,000 follicular unit transplant. So this is art. We have to utilize those 6,000 follicular unit, which is maximum at very expert's hand. So we have to utilize, and we are at the limitations of hair graft from scalp. Then hair transplant surgeons from Western country and India also, they try to look out, can we use body hair to get hair transplant? Yes, we tried first hair on body parts. That means from chest, back, especially those bald patients, they are usually having more hair on their chest or other body part. They are very looking strong. So majority of patients says that, can you use my chest hair, back hair? I am having lot of hair. Yes, we can use, but there is difference between those hairs and hairs above neck. Above neck hair means what? Beard hair and this back of scalp and side of the scalp. If we compare this scalp hair with beard hair, yes, their hair cycle, anagen phase and all these things, they can be compared with each other. But these hairs, if we compare with body hairs, they do not grow long. They do not have got long anagen phase. So by using these hairs, you can see these hairs are just like baby hairs. They do not grow more than 1 centimeter, 1 inch or something like that, and very thin hair. If we compare this 10 hair, they are equal to scalp's couple of hairs. They are equal to couple of hairs from beard hair. But if we compare beard hair with scalp hair, around one beard hair, it is having really good thickness as compared to scalp hair. But scalp hair, usually in follicular unit, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 5 hairs, 6 hairs sometimes you can see in one follicular unit. So one follicular unit of scalp, you can say 1.8 6 hair, this is 1 hair. So, scalp hair can be mixed with this beard hair which grow long. You might be seeing that even the person who is too old also, he has to shave. Or beard hair, you can see in our sadhus, sant, everything, they can increase the length of beard hair even up to abdomen or even 1 feet, 2 feet. So these hairs are very good for using and mixing along with the scalp hair. Western country people, they little bit fear about using beard hair because of scarring tendency, or previously they used to see scar. Even in Indian patient we used to see scar because there were no small punches available. But nowadays 0.7 millimeter, 0.8 millimeter, 0.9 millimeter punches are available. Those are imported and we use those punches. With that punches, even non-visible scarring, or even you can say that you can't see the scar. Like that, we can take it from beard area without leaving much visible scar, and it is safe. I'll give you example. See, I have transplanted more than 11,000 graft on my scalp, even this bald scalp. We have taken around 5,000 graft from back of the scalp and side of the scalp. But remaining 6,000, more than 6,000 hair, from where we have taken? We have taken it from beard area, and you can see there is no scarring, visible scarring, you can't recognize. Still, I am having 4,000, 5,000 grafts remaining on my even beard area. We have taken only this much area, now remaining even 5,000. So, in my case, we have transplanted 11,360 grafts. Still 5,000 we can take it from beard area. Like that, we have done more than 12,000, 13,000, 15,000 grafts on the scalp, and it is success story. So don't worry, we can use beard hair without leaving much visible scar or without noticing. From where you can bring hair? From back of scalp, not more than 6,000 follicular units you can take safely. Very rarely you can take little bit extra, but 4,000 to 6,000 is average what we take from back of scalp. So remaining hair, whenever you will require to transplant or to give much more density on the scalp of that transplanted hair, then it is better to utilize the beard hair, and it is growing. And if the hair transplant team is good team, surgeon is good, doctor is good, and the team is good, then they can mix those hair and you can't recognize. Can you recognize 6,000 grafts, beard graft we have implanted? No. So don't get feared. If proper punches and if you believe in your hair transplant team, then yes, it is safe to have this beard hair transplant at expert hand. So don't worry. Now whatever baldness is there, yes, you can utilize beard hair. If you are having very good beard, then you are luckiest fellow. You can use and you can have your look, very good look after doing hair transplant, and you can have younger look and you can be a happy person. Still, if you got any query regarding hair transplant or how beard hair can be transplanted, what are the effect and how it looks, yes, you can ask us question below this link, or you can visit to our website. You ask us question, we will try to answer it as early as possible. And even you can visit my website www.hairmdindia.com. There also we are trying to post lot of latest information. And still, if you got any difficulty, you write down here. We'll try to answer or you can subscribe to this channel so that you will be updated every time regarding hair diseases, hair loss problems and hair transplant also. I think I tried to cover majority of things where you can utilize whatever hair we can transplant from beard or other body part also. But beard and scalp hair are good for hair transplant at good team's hand. Thank you. Thank you very much.